Venus, the planet of love, is changing signs. What's this going to do for us?
It is. Oh, Venus always brings good luck no matter where it goes. It's called the Lesser Benefic. And even in a hard angle, it doesn't bring you a bad time. So for all of the signs, and I think this is something we need right about now. We're coming from the election, going forward. So for Scorpios, Venus in their second house of money in Sagittarius means more money. Money falling out of the sky. This is earned income rather than an inheritance or something like that. So it's from the fruits of their labor, which ought to make them feel pretty good and be able to buy pretty nice Christmas gifts. For Sagittarians, Venus in their sign means that once every 14 months or so, Venus goes into your sign, and it's time to examine your love life, and if it's not what you want it to be, to make the changes that will bring it into alignment to the way you've always heard it should be. So it pretty much brings love back to the Sagittarian's life. For Capricorn, this is a tough time of year for them. It's a time for them to take a step back and give more than they get. And they will find that there really is some truth to the statement, it's better to give than receive. So do it graciously. For Aquarians, time to tap a group of your male friends or colleagues to help you, the Aquarian, get what it is that you want. And Aquarians have to be careful not to criticize something, because if they do, the group is going to appoint them in charge of doing the fix on it. So, but it's a really good time for Aquarians to achieve a hope, wish, goal, or objective. For Pisces, 10th house of career and public standing. And they've been sitting here for the last couple of months wondering what is going to happen, almost like the sword of Damocles is sitting over their heads professionally, and they really don't know the outcome. But I think that they find out that the outcome is a lot more favorable than they thought it was going to be over the next 3 or 4 weeks or so, which is good for them. For Aries, it's in their 9th house of the law, and important legal, educational matters, opportunities at a distance. And Aries needs to make a trip in order to get the best out of whatever it is that's going on legally for them. So they do their best work in person. So make sure you show up is the deal to Aries. For Tauruses, it's about other people's money flowing their way. It's a good time for resources to come into the Taurus's life and then pass through, but because it's not really their resource, but they benefit from other people's resources. So they hold on to the money for a little while, which is always a fun thing.
That's Christmas wish. It comes in, it goes out.
And that's good news, because it means that there is going to be money enough in the economy to give money to things like Christmas wish.
Beautiful.
Which is good. For Gemini, it is in their 7th house of partners, and they've had a rough time with their partnerships over the last, month or so, and this is their opportunity to make it all right. It's almost like pouring oil to smooth over rough waters. So interpersonal one-to-one relationships with the Geminis paying attention to, and it ought to go fairly well for them. For Cancers, it's in their 6th house of work. And for Cancers, this is an opportunity. It's not a promotion, it's not an increase, but some obstacle that had been in the Cancer's way gets out of the Cancer's way, so they have a much clearer career path for them. And also, it's a good time for them to deal with health matters and to deal directly with it, because it's got a really good outcome, which you have to like.
Good.
For Leo's favorite time of year, Venus and Sagittarius, it's time for them to indulge themselves in their creativity and allow it to flow out, to find a way to fall in love with someone or something, and that it becomes almost like a child, either a physical child or child of their mind. It's an idea that they give birth to, but it's created out of their love and creativity, which is, I think, a very, very cool thing, and it's their favorite time of year. For
Christmas
Virgo,
wish, yes it is.
Well, Christmas wish and other things of a creative nature are coming to be for the Leo, and it's about time, is what the Leo has to say. For Virgos, it's in their 4th house of home, and they need to straighten something out at home. They need to give their attention to their home and foundation. And yes, they can go out and have a good time, but the truth is they really want to solidify that foundation for them, and if they do, they'll have a solid base of operations to operate out of. So it's time for them to fall in love with their own home again. And then for Libra, the last time we're going to talk about, it's in their 3rd house of day-to-day living. So for Libras, it's short distance, short duration travel. It's a good time for contracts, negotiations, and it's a good time for them to get what it is that they've looked for, and it's, to actually get it in writing. So contracts and negotiations go well for them. So that's tomorrow's news today for the 12 signs of the zodiac, with Venus, the planet of love, entering the sign of Sagittarius.
Sounds like a winner to me. See you next week. We'll do it again.
A pleasure.